It's 5:47 a.m. You're standing in front of a steel door in a basement. You enter a 4-digit code. You change it every week. You never write it down. The door hisses open. Inside, an armored truck. White. Looks like an ambulance, but it's not. It doesn't save lives. It carries death in the form of money. The truck weighs 12 tons. Bullet-resistant steel, level 4 bulletproof glass, puncture-proof tires. Behind you, 2 colleagues. One has a 9mm pistol, the other an automatic rifle. You're behind the wheel. Your weapon is the truck itself. You open the rear compartment. Bags of money. $1 million, maybe more. You don't count. Your job is delivery. This is every level of an armored cash transport driver. Level 1, grocery store. Guard, you're 19, working security at a small grocery store in a poor neighborhood. Cheap blue uniform, a flashlight, no weapon. You earn less than $28,000 a year. One day, a 16-year-old kid shoves a juice bottle under his shirt. You grab his shoulder. He spits at you and runs. You don't chase. You're not allowed. The manager gives you a 10% discount coupon. Not money, just a coupon. At night, you search online for better jobs. You find armored transport companies. Requirements: clean record, 21 years old, 1 year experience, background check, psych exam. You have the experience. The age is coming. You read about robberies, drivers killed, millions stolen. You close the browser. You don't sleep well, but you continue. You get your diploma. You save $800 for a security course. People mock you. You don't answer. You save every penny. Level 2. Sitting in the back. You're 23, hired, salary $35,000, better than the store. Your job, sit in the back next to the money. Shotgun in hand. You don't drive. You don't open doors. You just watch and wait. First month feels safe. The truck is armored. The doors are heavy. Then the first real moment comes. The truck stops at a bank in a bad neighborhood. Your partner jumps out with $300,000. Suddenly, a masked man runs toward him, hand in pocket. Your heart pounds. You raise your shotgun. Aim. The man turns away at the last second, runs off. Maybe a thief, maybe not. You'll never know. Your partner returns, face pale. One more second and I would have fired. You learn the first rule. Everyone wants what you're carrying. The rich want to protect it. The poor want to steal it. You're standing on the edge of a knife. You also learn not to trust anyone. A bank employee once gives you an unusually light bag. You open it. Shredded paper. A training dummy. If you hadn't checked, you'd be accused of theft. From that day, you check every bag. Your colleagues call you paranoid. You don't care. Suspicion is your only weapon. Level 3. Behind the wheel. Behind the wheel. You're 27. Promoted to driver after 4 years. Now you control 12 tons of steel and cash. Salary, $52,000. You learn to change routes daily. Never the same path twice. You learn not to stop at red lights in dangerous areas if the streets are empty. You learn to watch 3 mirrors at once. Listen to the radio, your partner, and command center all in 1 second. One day, leaving a bank, you see a car parked strangely ahead. 2 more cars behind. Blocked. You say, "Get ready," weapons up. 30 seconds pass. The car moves. Nothing happens. But those 30 seconds were the longest of your life. Your supervisor says, being prepared is better than regret. You learn that 90% of this job is waiting. 10% is action, but that 10% decides everything. Your wife doesn't understand your silence, your exhaustion. You say, "It's the job." She doesn't understand, but she stays. Level 4. High-risk routes. You're 32, driving the most dangerous routes, areas ruled by gangs. Salary, $72,000 plus $15,000 hazard pay. The truck is better armored. Level 6 glass, explosion-proof fuel tank. You wear a vest under your shirt, but nothing protects you completely. One day, waiting at a bank. 5 young men gather across the street, faces covered, hands in pockets. You say, "Everyone ready?" One starts crossing, staring directly at you. You hit the gas, leave before the rear door is fully closed. You look in the mirror. The men are crossing, empty hands. Maybe curious, maybe testing you. You'll never know. Management asks why you fled. You explain. They approve your decision. At this level, 50% of your job is instinct. Signals are in people's eyes, in their hands, in how they stand. You learn to read people like a map. Your wife complains not about your absence now, about your silence. Your mind is still on the street, still watching. You start anxiety medication, hide it in the closet. You don't tell her. Level 5. Crew leader. You're 38, crew leader, responsible for the truck and 3 men. Salary, $88,000. You choose routes, times, banks. You spend hours planning for minutes of action. One day, a gas station. A car circles the lot. Doesn't stop at the pumps, just circles. You say on the radio, "Suspicious vehicle." The car stops 10 meters away. A man gets out, hand in pocket. You tell your jumper, "Get in now." He gets in. Your partner raises his shotgun. The man sees it, returns to his car, leaves. He wasn't a thief, just a guy looking for parking, but his hand was in his pocket. That was enough. Management thanks you. The gas station complains. Your supervisor defends you. You learn that fear is not your enemy. Fear is your ally. When you stop being afraid, you become careless. Carelessness kills. 80% of crew leaders are divorced. 50% have PTSD. 30% take daily medication. You're in the 30%. You swallow a pill with your coffee. No one knows. Your first wife left you. She said, "You chose money over family." It wasn't money. It was responsibility. Your second wife doesn't ask. At the beginning, she said, "Don't tell me about work." You never did. Level 6, Field Operations Manager. You're 45. You manage 15 trucks, 45 people. Salary, $120,000. Glass office, comfortable chair. But you miss the truck, the smell of steel, the sound of the heavy door. A major robbery happens on your watch. 3 armed men. Your driver is shot in the shoulder. $2 million stolen. The thieves are caught. The money is gone. Spent. Your driver recovers but will never return to work. His mind is not the same. You visit him in the hospital. He doesn't speak. You look in his eyes. You see a fear that will never leave. That night, you drive home slowly. You wonder if you could have prevented it. A different route. A different time. A 4th guard. You'll never know. But you'll wonder forever. You learn that responsibility doesn't end when you leave the wheel. It begins. You start drinking a little more. Your wife notices. She doesn't comment. Level 7, the retiree. You're 60, retired 5 years, live in a small town with no large banks. You wanted to forget, but you don't forget. You sit in a cafe, watch people, search for hands in pockets, fixed stares. Your wife says, "Stop, you're retired." You try, you can't. Your body is tired, back hurts, knees hurt. A bullet never hit you, but 30 years of sitting 12 hours a day did. Retired colleagues who came before you. 3 are dead, 2 from heart attacks, 1 from cancer. The rest live in silence. They never talk about work. Conclusion: the truth no one tells you. The armored truck driver is not rich, not a hero. He's a guard, carrying wealth that isn't his, protecting dreams that don't concern him, facing danger no one will thank him for. He drives through streets that never sleep, carries what others dare not touch. Every shadow could be a trap. But he continues, not for money, for the idea that the system needs guards, and someone has to do it. Other trucks will come, new drivers will sit behind the wheel. They won't know his name, but they'll live the same fear, sleep the same anxiety. The truck stays on the road. His name doesn't stay, but he delivered the trust. And that's all that matters.